Jamaica's future is being rebuilt with a $45 billion investment. But is it a blessing or a debt trap? In this video, we will examine China's massive $45 billion investment in Jamaica's infrastructure. We will explore how this game-changing project promises to rebuild roads, upgrade water systems, and modernize the island's economy. But beyond the promises, we will reveal the controversies, debt risks, and what this really means for Jamaica's sovereignty and future prosperity. Stay with us as we uncover the full story behind this mega transformation. Why is this $45 billion project a game changer for Jamaica? To truly grasp the scale and significance of this investment, let's start by understanding why Jamaica's infrastructure desperately needs an overhaul. For decades, Jamaica's roads have been a major challenge. Picture this: long, pothole-ridden roads that slow everything down, from the morning commute to transporting goods, making life harder and more expensive for ordinary people and businesses alike. In fact, poor road conditions have had ripple effects far beyond just inconvenience. They increase fuel consumption, cause faster wear and tear on vehicles, and create costly delays. This means goods become more expensive, deliveries slow down, and emergency services struggle to respond quickly. For years, the Jamaican government has sounded the alarm, calling the situation a national emergency, and with good reason. Now imagine isolated communities cut off by bad roads, farmers unable to get their produce to market, tourists frustrated by unreliable transport, and businesses losing out on potential growth. These challenges have held back the country's economic progress and quality of life. Enter the SPARK project, which is short for Shared Prosperity through Accelerated Improvement to Our Road Network. This initiative is far more than a simple road repair scheme. It's a comprehensive, multi-billion-dollar plan aimed at transforming Jamaica's entire infrastructure ecosystem. Roads are just the beginning. The project also targets critical upgrades in water systems, digital connectivity, and environmentally friendly public transportation. The goal? To future-proof Jamaica's development and position the island for long-term growth and resilience. Who exactly is behind this $45 billion transformation? The answer is China Harbor Engineering Company, better known as CHEC. In December 2024, the Jamaican government awarded CHEC a huge contract worth $45 billion, one of the largest infrastructure deals ever seen in the Caribbean. CHEC is no ordinary construction company. It's a subsidiary of China Communications Construction Company, a global powerhouse responsible for some of the world's largest infrastructure projects, from highways and bridges to ports and urban developments, especially across Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Their work in Jamaica marks a major step in China's expanding international influence, particularly through its Belt and Road Initiative. This massive global strategy aims to link countries through infrastructure, trade, and investment, creating a network of economic partnerships stretching across continents. But why would China invest so heavily in Jamaica? There's more to it than just business. Jamaica holds strategic importance as a gateway to the Americas, with the potential to become a critical hub for trade routes and digital connectivity. China's investment promises modernization and opportunity, but it also raises questions about the island's economic independence and long-term sovereignty. Now let's break down what this enormous project includes. At its core, the SPARK project plans to rehabilitate and upgrade over 600 roads across Jamaica, from major highways linking key cities to smaller community roads that have been neglected for years. This is no small feat. It means smoother commutes, safer travel, and easier access to markets and services for millions of people. The project's scope goes far beyond surface improvements. It addresses critical national infrastructure, beginning with road rehabilitation. Following the declaration of the country's road conditions as a national emergency in 2023, the government allocated $2 billion for urgent repairs. Now, SPARK expands on that by fixing not just the roads, but also sidewalks, drainage systems to prevent flooding, and retaining walls to stabilize at-risk zones. This comprehensive approach aims for long-lasting results. Another major component is the upgrade of Jamaica's water systems, with $5 billion allocated to modernize aging pipelines and improve water distribution, especially in rural areas. This ensures cleaner water, better sanitation, and enhanced public health across the country. The initiative also prepares Jamaica for the future with fiber optic integration. As roadwork progresses, fiber optic ducts are being installed, paving the way for faster internet, improved education, more efficient business operations, and stronger digital infrastructure. Green transportation is also a priority. The project includes investment in compressed natural gas (CNG) buses to replace older fleets. These buses reduce emissions and fuel costs, supporting global climate goals while making public transit more efficient and affordable. Together, these efforts represent a transformative step toward a more resilient, modern Jamaica. Altogether, these components reflect a clear vision to build infrastructure that's not only modern and resilient, but also future-ready, balancing economic growth, environmental sustainability, and social well-being. Let's get into the tangible impact. What does this mean for everyday Jamaicans and the broader economy? Firstly, the Spark project is expected to create around 13,000 direct jobs at its peak construction phase. This is a significant boost for a country still recovering from the economic shocks of the COVID-19 pandemic and navigating global uncertainties. New employment opportunities in construction, engineering, and related fields can uplift communities and reduce poverty. Improved roads will also dramatically cut down vehicle operating costs. Studies show that poor road conditions increase fuel use, cause more frequent vehicle repairs, and extend travel times, all of which add financial strain on individuals and businesses. Better roads mean less wear on cars, quicker trips, and ultimately, more money saved or reinvested. For small businesses, especially farmers who depend on transporting goods, this can open new markets and improve profitability. Access to healthcare and education will improve, as people can reach facilities faster and more reliably. Cleaner water infrastructure will reduce waterborne diseases, boosting public health and quality of life. These improvements create a ripple effect that can accelerate Jamaica's overall economic development and improve social outcomes for its citizens. But what about the controversies and concerns? See, no mega project of this scale is without its critics. The Spark initiative has sparked debate and raised important questions. One major concern centers on Jamaica's already high public debt. Data from the International Monetary Fund and World Bank show Jamaica's debt-to-GDP ratio remains elevated. Critics warn that taking on massive external loans, particularly from China, could deepen a debt trap, putting the country's financial stability at risk over the long term. Questions also arise around transparency and local participation. Some worry that the procurement process hasn't been fully open or fair, potentially limiting opportunities for Jamaican companies and workers. There's fear that Sheke might import Chinese labor and equipment, which could reduce the local economic benefits and skills transfer. Moreover, sovereignty concerns come up often in discussions about Chinese investment worldwide. Some experts ask, will Jamaica become too dependent on China? Could this translate into undue influence over critical infrastructure or policy making? These are valid questions given China's growing footprint in many developing nations. Despite the concerns, the Jamaican government remains confident that the Spark project is a vital step forward for the country's development. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and other key officials have publicly emphasized that this is not just a short-term infrastructure fix, but a strategic investment designed to boost Jamaica's long-term resilience and economic competitiveness. They argue that the benefits far outweigh the risks. The creation of thousands of jobs, the boost to productivity from better roads and water systems, and the leap into modern digital infrastructure are seen as necessary moves to secure Jamaica's place in the global economy. For them, this is about transforming the country into a 21st century economy, attracting further investment, and improving the everyday lives of Jamaicans. In terms of transparency and local involvement, the government has pledged to improve oversight. Public updates and contract disclosures have become more frequent, and there are ongoing efforts to ensure Jamaican companies and laborers get a fair share of the work. Training programs and subcontracting opportunities aim to build local capacity, so the benefits don't just end with construction, but continue as skills are transferred and industries grow. There is also a strong focus on sustainability. By integrating green transport options like compressed natural gas buses and embedding fiber optic cables for better connectivity, the project aligns with global goals around climate change and digital inclusion. While the government champions the project's transformative potential, experts urge caution about managing Jamaica's financial health carefully. Jamaica's debt profile, while improving in recent years, still remains a vulnerability. The loans financing much of the Spark project, many of which come with Chinese credit, carry terms that need careful scrutiny. Critics highlight that some countries in the Belt and Road Initiative have fallen into debt traps, where they struggle to repay loans and are forced to hand over control of strategic assets. Jamaica must avoid this scenario by negotiating favorable terms, maintaining debt transparency, and ensuring repayments are sustainable. Economists also recommend that Jamaica diversify its investment sources, avoid over-reliance on any single country, and strengthen institutions that monitor public spending and project implementation. This balance is essential to keep Jamaica's economy stable while still reaping the benefits of major infrastructure upgrades. China's deepening presence in Jamaica through the Spark project represents a shift in the island's international partnerships. Traditionally, Jamaica has maintained strong ties with Western countries and multilateral organizations like the World Bank and IMF. Now, with China as a major player, Jamaica is navigating a more complex geopolitical landscape. This relationship offers opportunities, access to financing that may not be available elsewhere, technology transfer, and infrastructure expertise. China's global infrastructure experience can accelerate Jamaica's modernization in ways that might otherwise take decades. At the same time, it requires diplomatic finesse. Jamaica must balance its new partnership with China while maintaining its sovereignty and continuing good relations with traditional allies. Transparent governance and open dialogue with the public will be key to managing perceptions and ensuring that Jamaica's national interests remain front and center. As construction progresses, Jamaicans will begin to see and feel the impact of the Spark project in their daily lives. Imagine smoother roads that cut travel times, reduce vehicle maintenance costs, and improve safety. Picture communities gaining reliable access to clean water, leading to better health outcomes and less time spent fetching water from distant sources. Envision schools, hospitals, and businesses benefiting from fast, reliable internet, opening doors to online learning, telemedicine, and e-commerce. The introduction of greener public transportation means cleaner air and a more sustainable urban environment. These changes collectively create a foundation for economic growth, increased investment, and social development. They also build resilience against future challenges like climate change, economic shocks, and population growth. However, success depends not just on construction, but on governance. Ensuring projects are completed on time, within budget, and to high standards. It means safeguarding transparency, promoting local involvement, and managing debt wisely. It's a complex balancing act, but one that could define Jamaica's trajectory for decades. So, what's the final takeaway from China's $45 billion investment in Jamaica? It's a story of potential, immense potential, mixed with real challenges. The Spark project is more than a construction contract. It's a bold, transformative effort that could change the face of Jamaica, creating a modern, connected, and resilient nation. Roads, water systems, digital infrastructure, and green transportation form the backbone of this new vision. Yet, this opportunity comes with risks. Jamaica must be vigilant to avoid falling into a debt trap, protect its sovereignty, and ensure that the project delivers benefits to ordinary citizens, not just foreign investors. For you watching, this story is a reminder that behind every mega infrastructure project lies complexity. It's important to stay informed, ask questions, and engage in conversations about the future we want for our countries. If you found this deep dive valuable, please like this video, share it with friends interested in global development and Caribbean affairs, and don't forget to subscribe for more revealing stories that impact Jamaica and the wider world. What are your thoughts on China's involvement in Jamaica? Do you see this as a path to prosperity or a cautionary tale? Drop your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.